Afternoon everyone, welcome to Megan Sullivan Art. Just here to show you through two very plain journals that I have done, just reusing old book covers. One has, well, neither of them have a hidden spine, but this particular one, the spine was damaged, and so I've used Nick the Booksmith's techniques called a pack rat journal to create a soft spine for this one. It's reinforced with cardboard, but it's not completely floppy. And just repurposed this beautiful book cover. I've kept the spine that was damaged and have used that as a bookmark. And this one here, I kept the end papers and then have had fabric on the inside to create the spine, and that's been stitched through the actual original spine of the book itself. So they're blank, undecorated, just lots of different book papers and different things in there for someone to turn into something special for themselves or give it as a gift to somebody. So let's go through the brown one first. So it's a Selection du Livre, probably like a Reader's Digest book, I think. So it was French. Love the marble paper, so I decided to keep that. So this one's got 252 pages spread out over 3 signatures. We've got translucent paper, some marbled paper, and yeah, so the list, so these, so this is a science book about the nature of the solar system, and it's just different papers that basically repeat. So this is a shorthand book. They're all vintage book pages pretty much that I've used. And there's end papers and address book paper and all sorts in here. Just trying to clear up my, there's some dictionary paper. Just clearing up some of the pages that I've got and starting to use some of those vintage books that we always tend to hoard and not want to part with. Shorthand, dictionary, translucent. So yeah, so someone can really customize this to whatever they like. This was actually dyed with Rit paper, with Rit dye. It's blue, so that's come up a bit different to how it was originally. Mechanical philosophy. So this was one of the original pages out of the book. As you can see, it is in French. Just, yeah, using up all sorts of different papers that I have, trying to cull my collection. So this is an end paper. Books, so this is Coins of the World book. Really happy to have stumbled across that in little old Alice Springs. Now this is weird, a book on how to use a Chinese abacus. Who would have thought? Anyway, I saw it in Alice, so I had to buy it because it's just too unique and unusual to not have in my collection. Coins of the World, so there's a key on, this is the original ribbon from the book as well. It's not a vintage key, it's new, but yeah, made to look old. Abacus. This is old school book paper, so that's quite old. The table of the original book. Third and final signature. That's an end paper. So 252 pages, that's a lot of space for someone to write in, glue in, customise, turn into whatever they like. Keep someone going for quite a while, I would say. But if you're an avid journaler, you would probably cruise through this in a year, maybe less, depending on how much you write every day or how much you draw and add in. Sorry, there is a funnel web spider, so if you don't like spiders, you can cover that over. And the end with the original beautiful marbled papers. And again, you could cover over the stitching of the spine. I just didn't do that. I've just left it, try to make it as plain as possible. I'm just trying to get some journals at a different price point for the markets that aren't as highly decorated, just to make them a bit more affordable for people. So there's that one. Now the red one, so our local tip shop, I'm pretty sure these are a fairly common book anyway, it's got a whole stack of these where the spines have been ripped off and or the cover's fallen off and whatever it might be. So I bought a handful of them with the view to using just the covers. And I have used a lot of the illustrations that came out of this as well. They were just black and white, so where appropriate I've used those. Put these two keys on the original spine as the bookmark, and did the Pack Rat Nick the Booksmith tutorial on creating this spine here, and it's a 5-hole pamphlet stitch with just some beautiful Australiana gold and red fabric, which I kind of thought suited the cover. So inside we've got the original end papers, the lining papers, and then this was it's a Chekhov book, there you go. And so I've just kept the spine and just turned that into a bookmark. So it's a repurposed book, 3 signatures and 192 pages, totally blank, so you can do what you like with it. And this was part of the end paper, so I've turned that into just a little journal notelet. But otherwise it is unembellished, and it's the same types of things as the last book. So this has got a part of the original cover page as a journal card. So I used what I could out of the book. So this is our Encyclopedia of Australia, that one, so that's from 1950s. Another one of the title pages from this book, the original book pages. Yeah, so very similar papers as to what the previous one had. There's one of the illustrations turned into a journal card. Just a piece from a magazine with the green opposite side. Abacus. Ellis Rowan, she's a beautiful illustrator. That was just a page from one of her books. Oh, sorry, that's the shorthand book that's quite fragile. What is going on here? Oh, that's clipped into there, which it shouldn't be. Right, so I will reattach that to make sure that it is nice and secure, because it's very delicate, because it's like from the 40s or the 50s. Another one of the illustrations is a journal card. Another end paper. Another illustration. This is Chekhov himself, and that's been lined as well, so you can use that as on the back of that. End paper from a kid's book, vintage kids book. Another illustration. And there we go. So, and that's the inside of the spine as well. Fantastic. So that's those two. I've got another couple of journals to put up in a minute. So if you are interested in either of those, you can leave a comment below for me. And yeah, I'll link any particular videos or anything I can think of that will help you if you wish to create a similar type of thing. Fantastic. Thank you. Bye.